Today's podcast is brought to you by Kentucky Farm Bureau Insurance. When it comes to home and auto insurance, it's important to have the right coverage from a company and an agent you can trust. Someone who will help you properly protect the people and things you love most. So if the unexpected happens, you and your family can rest insured. To request a free quote, find your local KFB insurance agent at mykfbagent.com. Kentucky Farm Bureau, big on commitment. Hey, Tim, how's it going?
Hey, Renee, how are you?
I am good. This is the second episode where you have replaced my man, Matt Hilton.
It is, isn't it?
If we do too many of these, we're going to start getting requests. You might be the regular.
He's out of here. I just know it already. Yeah. We'll send him a recording of this and say, you've been relieved.
He did send us a group message the day we recorded and said that we will fill a gap with him not being there. So I don't know. We're going to talk Easter today, and he missed one of the most fun episodes I think we've ever done.
He did. And I know that he's, off doing, has been off doing the family thing, and which is great. And I think they're playing a lot of baseball, but man, did we have fun in here, didn't we?
Oh my gosh. So before we get to these two awesome, hilarious kids, let's talk Easter. What's our Easter traditions? You got anything fun you guys do every year for Easter?
Well, we start out very early with a sunrise service, and then we eat a lot of food, and we have an Easter egg hunt.
Oh,
yeah.
So do you hide all the eggs?
Oh no.
Is this maybe a church Easter egg hunt? This is not just Tim's backyard.
Yes, hundreds and hundreds of eggs. Now, I do have to fill them full of candy.
Gotcha. But that can be done like in a recliner at night if you wanted to.
How did you know? I look like a recliner person, don't I?
You have that vibe. You got a real recliner vibe about you.
It's because I'm old.
So it's funny you say sunrise service. So I'm Catholic, and this sounds terrible. We avoid Easter Vigil because it's the longest service. There's like 7 or 8 readings, and so we're always like, which mass are we going to? We're like, Sunday morning, because Easter Vigil's very long. And my dad was a very good lector at church. Like he has a very good speaking voice, so he always got assigned to Easter Vigil. So I think as children, we did Holy Thursday, Good Friday. I mean, we did the whole gamut. So as adults, I just tell Peyton, man, until we have kids, we're doing Easter Sunday. So we do Easter Sunday, and then we go watch all of his cousins' kids at his grandmother's house do the Easter egg hunt. But we are in charge of hiding Easter eggs. She stuffs them in her recliner, and then we get to go stick them everywhere out in the yard. So we're on the different end of this spectrum than you are.
Well, I remember my earliest recollection of Easter. We were at my grandmother's, and she lived, her backyard was sort of a hill that ran up. It wasn't a steep incline, but it would be for me now, but as a kid. And the whole back area, that whole acre there were eggs everywhere. And all of us grandkids would get together, and we would go out and do an Easter egg hunt. And I wasn't very good at hunting Easter eggs, so some of the others had to share their eggs with me.
So, like, not good because you weren't finding them, or you just, like, kind of just walked and they ran?
Yeah, I was sort of a casual Easter egg hunter.
More of an Easter egg gatherer, not a hunter?
Yes. So, sometimes they would share and sometimes they wouldn't, but, it was a lot of fun. And I guess families still do that. We do to a certain degree, but, it's sort of a tradition. Parts of it, I think, have gone by in the past, and they don't do it so much. Like the ham, at Christmas you have a turkey, at Easter you have a ham.
Yep.
So we got a ham somewhere in our house.
Oh, yeah, we follow suit every time. So my Easter story, dramatically different. When I was in college, I got drawn to go to the Final Four. Okay, I was at UK. UK's in the Final Four in Indy. Awesome, great experience.
How long ago is it?
How dare you? So I called my mom. No, we all called our dads, the whole group. We called our dads, and our dads were like, you got to go. Like, it's the Final Four. You got to go. It's Easter weekend. We call our moms, and they're like, I guess you need to, but we'll miss you. Okay, so the Cats lose to Wisconsin. Frank the Tank, if you remember that year, they lose to Wisconsin, okay? So we all sadly go back to the hotel room, and the next morning is Easter. Okay, so we wake up in a hotel outside of Indy, all smashed in here, all these college kids, And I wake up to a video of all my siblings making this big joke video, stealing stuff out of my basket because I'm not there to get it. And I just laid there and said, the Cats didn't even win, and I'm not home for Easter. And I just cried. I was like, this is the saddest Easter. So anyway, every time there's a chance for Final Four on Easter weekend, when that lines up, I'm always like, God, I hope some college kid has a better experience than I did, because I was a sad lady.
I did forget about, I guess it's been a couple of years ago, maybe. My youngest son and I, we like to go to Bristol Motor Speedway, and hang out with the NASCAR crowd. Well, this particular spring race, unknown to me when we bought the tickets, was on Easter.
Ooh.
Yes, and my wife was not happy to know that we would not be there on Easter. So we had to make a very difficult decision. Do we sell our tickets and not go to the race, or do we stay here and do all our Easter stuff? And we sold the tickets.
Man, what a good churchgoer you are.
Well, I had
happy
to make
wife.
my wife and the Lord happy.
Happy wife, happy life.
Yeah. But we didn't make the fall race that year. So,
there you go.
Yeah.
Well, all things Easter, this is going to be a fun episode, because unlike us with our very sad Easter stories, these two are just a bundle of fun, these two kids today.
They are happy. And they're hard workers, and they're so smart, and they were so well spoken. I thought, gosh, I'm not even like that. I need to take some lessons from these guys.
Oh, and so polite. They wanted to give each other turns to talk. Every time you hear one of them talk over the other, their eyes would get big, like, I'm so sorry. I mean, it was so, and they're friends, and it's just the neatest thing.
I think their moms talked a lot to them before they got here.
Maybe.
Don't you mess up in there. You know what's going to happen. No Easter eggs for you.
So you'll catch the theme, though. We have I called them bunnies, and he kept calling them rabbits, so we're going to say rabbits. So we have a rabbit kid and an egg kid. And they are fun. They're small business owners, farming. Might have a future welder on our hands, but they're a cool little crew, and you guys are going to get to hear from maybe some of our younger Farm Bureau members about some of the cool things they do on the farm.
Absolutely. The next generation, man. I love it.
All right. So without further ado, I'm Renee Carrico.
And I'm not Matt Hilton.
And this is Between the Rows. All right, boys, thank you all for being here today.
Thank you for inviting us.
Thanks, guys.
Good to see you both.
Good to see you too.
And first, we need to know who you are for our audience out there. Lane, we're going to start with you.
Hello, my name is Lane McCall, and I have 60-ish rabbits.
60 rabbits. All right, let's hear it, Ryan. Who are you?
My name is Ryan Tucker. I had 40 chickens, and now I'm down to 26.
We got a chicken man and a rabbit man, Tim.
It's very appropriate as we approach Easter,
It is the time of bunnies and eggs.
Bunnies and eggs. So this is perfect timing for you fellas to be in here.
Yeah, it is.
Our audience may not know by listening, and if you don't mind me asking, how old are you guys?
I'm 9 years old.
9 and 11. I'm very close to that age, too.
Yes.
No, you're not.
Very recently was 4-H.
Already entrepreneurs at such a young age.
They really are. Wow. So I got to ask, why eggs, man? What got you into eggs?
Chickens are cool, except when they attack you.
They can get a little mean sometimes,
Yep.
huh?
So I got in eggs because eggs were going up, and we felt like we could get more eggs if we started chickens, because we eat a lot of eggs, and at Kroger they're like $4 now.
Expensive.
Yeah. So we got eggs or chickens, and then when they started laying, we got a lot of eggs, so I had to start selling some, so I sold them at our church.
That's how you met this guy, huh?
Yep.
He's one of your egg buyers.
Yep.
Absolutely, yeah.
Eggs are good.
We get lots of eggs from this young man.
All right, Lane. Why bunnies, man?
Well, rabbits are just a really cool species to have. They're just fun. They're soft. And they're just very fun to show. Easy to show. They're good for young. And I've been showing rabbits my whole life. And I just love them so much.
There you
That
go.
is so cool. I love rabbits, too. I have a whole backyard full of them. They're not pets, though. They just sort of show up, you know.
They're just there.
No chickens, though.
Yeah. I had a rabbit, but he was a wild one. Our dogs got him,
Yeah, you got to watch them.
Dang.
and we saved him. But then we think he had like a heart attack.
Ugh.
Oh, man.
Farming's hard, huh?
Yep.
All right, you boys don't just do rabbits and eggs, though, right? Your family does a lot of farming, huh?
Yeah.
All right, Lane, let's start with you. What all y'all got at the whole family farm?
Well, our family farm, we have soybeans and corn for our grain. And I have show beef cattle as well. And just rabbits as well. I have 2 cats and a dog. And
And a couple brothers.
yeah, but I don't talk about them.
All right, Ryan, what else is happening on y'all's place?
Well, we have corn, soybeans, and wheat. We do beef. We have beef. We slaughter them, and then we sell some. Not the meat, but we sell beef. And then we do dairy cows. We have shorthorns and then a brown Swiss. And then we're going to get a Holstein today.
Today?
Yep.
Where are we headed today?
The Kentucky National sell.
So who's buying?
Me.
You're buying. Look.
With your egg money?
No.
Does it cost a little more than egg money to buy a Holstein?
Yep.
Anything's, even though a dairy cow is more than it used to be.
Probably so.
Yeah.
So, Ryan, how long have you had the eggs? How long have you had the chickens? I guess the chickens came first.
I think a year and a half.
A year and a half? And you're already out selling eggs, huh?
Yep.
Has it been quite the business for you?
Yeah.
How do you feel about being a businessman?
I feel good.
Does that make you feel good?
Yeah.
Does the whole family help? Or is it your responsibility to handle the eggs?
Mostly me.
There you go. And you've got to go how many times a day out there?
2. Sometimes I go 3.
Gotcha. So, Lane, how many, you got to feed, you got your show heifers and your bunnies. How many
Yeah.
times a day are you checking on the rabbits?
Well, usually I'm only twice a day to feed them in the morning and night. Sometimes in the afternoon, cattle 2 times a day, sow season a lot of times, and yeah.
So you're taking a trip too. Yours might be a little further than our man
Oh,
Ryan
yeah.
going to buy a heifer. So where are you headed next week?
Washington State.
Washington State. Why on earth?
With bunnies?
I'm taking 10 rabbits on Alaskan Airlines all the way to Washington State for Mini Rex Nationals.
Man, oh man, are you excited?
Yeah, and I'm gonna get a Sweet Sticks award.
Wow.
Not just 1, but like 4. So
All right. I have a hard enough time taking baggage on a plane. How do you take bunnies on a plane?
you put them in. I don't remember, but I think you put them in. There's like an animal area where like underneath the plane or shopping or on a separate plane, there's just like cats, dogs, and other animals, and we'll put them in a very large dog crate, stack the carriers in them, and put the rabbits in them, put the feed and the water in it, and then go.
And you had to go to the vet and get some vet papers?
Yeah,
we're
vet
crossing just a
papers.
few state lines in the
You
air.
think?
Oh, not a maybe like 10.
Yeah.
Probably more than that. It's on the other side of the country.
So will there be people from all over the country there?
Well, a lot of people are not as crazy as us to fly with rabbits, but
gotcha.
some people do. Like the big show people, when it's too far away, they just buy like 5 dog carriers and stack them their cage is high up there, drive hundreds of miles. And I wanted to drive, but they wouldn't drive because it's a 2-day drive. But
So there'll be lots of bunnies in the air before that show starts.
there is not going to be as many as usual because it's so far west. There's not going to be a lot of, like, the regular people that go, like those Ohio people, those, like, East Coast people that are there. It's going to be more new people that don't come because they're so far west.
Yeah, it'll be their end of the country show.
Yeah,
That's
because
nice.
it's usually in, like, Kansas, Texas, Central.
Sounds like a good time to make new friends.
Yeah, it is. I make at least 3 friends every time.
Good. All right, Ryan, we're talking showing. You're a dairy showing man, aren't you? Yeah. Talk to us. What does it take to show a dairy heifer?
Well, you need clippers,
Okay.
and you'll need a halter to lead it, of course. And then you'll clip it. You can blow the top line up, and then you can trim the feet so they don't get long. And then you gotta make sure that you give them the right amount of grain and water, or not water but grain, so they don't get so fat. And then that's really all.
Do you have to walk them every day?
Well, if it's not raining,
It's been raining this week, hasn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, it sure has.
So everybody's staying inside this week, is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
This sounds like an awful lot of work to me, fellas, whether it's bunnies or cows
It's really
or
not.
chickens.
It's not. It's
What,
really
what do you
not.
tell your buddies who don't live on a farm and they don't know that you got to do this twice a day or you got to take care of them throughout the week? What do they think about all this?
Well, they think it's really silly or just not necessary. They think I'm crazy that I have, like, at least 100 animals, counting my rabbits, cattle, animals, pets, and that kind of stuff. Over 100, maybe over 150, counting the cows.
Most of my friends I meet at showing, and
Yeah.
they all know what it's like. So
I meet a lot of my friends showing too.
yeah.
My school friends that call me crazy.
Well, I'm homeschooled, so I don't meet a lot of kids when I'm at school.
I hope your classmates are nice to you then.
Yep. Sometimes.
But they don't call you crazy, do they?
Yeah, sometimes they do.
Well, that's got to be. Do you love what you do? I think everybody that I've ever talked to on a farm, they love what they do.
Animals are the best thing you could do.
Yeah, I like what
on
I
a
do
farm.
too.
It's the best thing.
Plus you get to sell and make a little bit of money.
Yep.
Out of those eggs.
We make
Yeah.
about $1,000 a year from selling rabbits as pets, show type rabbits. About $1,000 a year
There you go. So,
for more rabbits, of course.
so I got a question because you guys knew each other before you came in here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ryan, tell me, what have you been doing? Where'd you guys meet? What all have y'all been doing together?
Well, we met at Skillthon, and he was good friends with my brother. And then I talked to him, and we do stuff together. We play and stuff.
Good. So, what is Skillathon for people that don't know?
Well, Skillathon is a thing that you do for livestock. Sadly, not chickens and rabbits, but goats, sheep, cattle, and swine. We do, like, identification for them. We do, like, breeding, like when are they going to be due if they're bred for a certain day. Meat and hay judging.
So, would you call it a really big animal test?
Not really, because kind of, but we practice like every Wednesday, but we're not in season as of right now for Skillathon. We're doing livestock judging as of right now. And that's like just placing an animal 1, 2, 3, 4 is just a, set of reasons, questions on the class, and just placing it.
Are you guys both doing livestock judging?
I'm doing livestock
No.
judging.
No, you're selling eggs. It's a busy time of year, huh?
Yeah.
It's every Monday, so.
It sounds like you got to know a whole lot about these things. Where do you learn all this?
I learned this from my parents. I learned everything I know about cattle and rabbits, all from my parents, and I love what I do.
Yeah, I learned it from my parents and friends that do this stuff.
Do you ask them a lot of questions?
Yeah, sometimes if I just get stuff.
So where's the egg business go from here, Ryan? Are you gonna get more chickens?
Yeah.
And have more eggs?
Yeah, our neighbor's incubating some because I think he wants eggs and chickens, so he's gonna get some, and then I don't think he wants much, so we're gonna take the rest.
That's a good way to expand.
Yeah, it is.
I do have to go back to something you said. Sometimes the chickens are mean. Do they chase you?
Well, the roosters does. My sister wanted chickens, so she got 6 from the Rural King, and 3 of them were roosters, and the other 3 died. So when I take them out there and feed them, sometimes they'll attack me.
Oh, my God.
You know, when I was your age, I was attacked by a rooster, and I never got over it. So
I've got a free rabbit before. A really good rabbit for free.
Oh, yeah?
Yep.
a little advertisement here. Huh?
There you go.
From my good friend in California.
Well, there you go. You might see them in Washington, huh?
Oh, wait. Yeah, they're definitely in Washington. They go to every single big show for Mini Rex.
Do you get to travel a lot showing your dairy cattle?
Not far. We get like 2 hours or 3 hours away.
It's a pretty good way to haul it.
I think we're going 4 hours the longest this year.
That's a long trip.
I'm going like 14 hours to Nebraska for a cattle show, so this year in June, so.
There you go. Y'all are some traveling guys, businessmen, travelers.
Staying busy. I'm exhausted just thinking about it. So it's a lot of fun when you take a trip with the family.
Oh, yeah.
It is pretty fun.
Yeah. Everybody, your brothers and sister, they all have a big time with you? Or?
Yeah. Our dad would normally bring the camper down. So it's basically like camping trips if we stay for like a day or two, like 3 days. It'd be a camping trip technically.
There you go. Everybody gets along the whole time, right? Nobody ever argues.
No, we do argue.
That's part of the growth, huh?
Yeah.
Do you feel like some of your show friends are like family, though, when you're all staying at the same places all together?
Oh, for
Yes.
sure. I have so many good friends in Kentucky that I've met during cattle shows and just rabbit shows and cattle shows and any show, really. I just meet a ton of different friends. We all have one thing in common. We all love livestock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I meet tons of friends and they feel like family to me.
That is so cool. What happens when you get older, like Renee?
We're like you.
Or like me. Do you want to farm? Do you want to be on a farm and keep doing this?
I think I'll be a welder.
A welder. Wow.
Yeah.
Well, you can take welding skills to the farm, you know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely going to be a farmer, and I'm going to take this skill that I have learned when I was young and just carry it on. Me as the 7th generation of my family farm, I just think I should. I love animals, and I want to just continue it.
A welder and a farmer.
I was just kidding about the older like Renee thing.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Sure.
She's very young.
Unlike you.
We're in good company right here. Welder, farmer, business owners.
Business people.
Whew.
Man, I've missed out on something.
All right, guys. So for those listening that are like, man, I got to get some eggs. I got to buy me a rabbit. How can they find out where to get some eggs and where to buy some rabbits? Do y'all have a Facebook page? Is there something cool I can put in the notes where they can get a hold of you? Come by the church and buy them in the parking lot? What can we do?
Come on into the church and buy them. Yeah, what are you talking about?
Well, we are McCall Show Cattle. We have cattle and rabbits. We sell rabbits all year round if we can get a single baby this year. And cattle, we sell them at some sales, and steers we sell at the stockyards, and Bluegrass Stockyards, perfect place to buy some cattle, and for very okay prices. Rabbits, very good places, big shows. In Indianapolis this year, I think it's like in November, during North American. In Indianapolis, there's going to be the rabbit convention. Perfect time to buy any breed of rabbit. There's going to be probably about probably not that many, probably like 25,000 rabbits there. Some of them will be for sale. Last year, it's about 25,000 rabbits, and you can buy a lot of rabbits there.
Did you call it a rabbit convention?
Yeah, it's just going to be...
Who knew?
Not me.
I didn't know there was a rabbit convention. That sounds pretty cool.
And last year, I can't believe you didn't hear of it, because for the last 2 years...
I've led a sheltered life, Lane.
Last 2 years, it's been in Kentucky at the Louisville Fairgrounds.
Well, I'll be.
And there's been like 20,000 rabbits there, and I've been to both of them, and it was very fun.
Do they have a chicken convention?
I don't know. I don't show chickens. I just farm them.
There you go.
So if somebody is looking for some eggs, where are you selling your eggs at?
Our church. Rockbridge Communication Church.
There you go.
Something like that.
Yeah. And I know that your mom has a very good family Facebook page, and she's always putting your activities out there. She does a good job.
We do
with
that too.
Doesn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, she'll put stuff back on there. I'll probably have to get her to put some where to get eggs at.
Yeah, and she might have snapped a picture while you guys were in here, so I have a feeling you're going to be on the page again. Tim, we might make the page.
Oh, my mom did. I saw her go over there, and she definitely took a picture, so she'll probably post it on Facebook.
Those moms, I tell you.
Well, guys, I got to tell you, I know it's rainy and it's spring break, but there's a lot of places y'all could be instead of right here, and I just appreciate y'all so much for coming in today.
Thank you for
I'm
having
glad
us.
to see you. Sorry that the real host wasn't here, but I'll probably be taking over for him now.
I mean, after today, we think Tim might be our new guy.
Tim is a very interesting guy.
Oh, thank you, Lane. I appreciate that.
Well, thank you all for being here so much. And
Thank you for inviting us.
Yeah, thank you for inviting us too.
all right, and thank you, listeners. Be sure to subscribe to our larger podcast, Kentucky Farm Life. Happy Easter, and we'll see you next time on Between the Rows.